Hello's welcomes back everyone, AnthWolf here with even more The Witcher. Where we last left off, we hopefully have dealt with the mason at the collapsed bridge in the Murky Waters village, and we actually popped ahead into the village as well. We've been asked by the elves here in the lakeside to get them 5 loaves of bread from the village, because the villagers aren't trading with them. And I can see that being a good cause, so that's what we're going to do right now. And we need to pop our head into the inn for a few things, really. I'm trying to avoid talking to Julian for now. Julian and Alvin may continue the main quest line, and there's plenty of things we can do beforehand, which I wouldn't mind putting my hand to. One for the gold, because we might need the gold to buy, there's a new blade in the village. I am tempted to get. It's a new steel sword. We need a new silver sword, really. I mean, we're still using the basic one, at least this blade. I mean, plus 30% is still plus 30%. This new blade's plus 50, though. Hard to say. 3,000 orens is quite a bit. We'll go see the baker once again.
Oh, ouch! My regards, Mr. Witcher.
Oh, I love weddings.
You're different. How
Come
interesting.
from afar, see no signs of a wedding.
The baker's not here. He might be in his house. Can I get up? Oh, this village is really hard to navigate. It's a bit of a pain, to be honest with you. I mean, they just make it almost entirely impassable.
How may I help?
I've got 20 orens for 5 loaves of bread.
Bread is 5 orens a loaf, and 5 loaves will be 25 orens.
Very well. Did you?
Wouldn't mind a bite.
You wanted some white honey as well, didn't you? For a recipe you can't try. Let me get some from the inn. I'm sure I've got some in storage.
You bring trouble.
A customer.
I'll take your diamond dust, because that never comes in wrong. Yeah. Back to the inn to store our scrolls and our jewellery until we hopefully get back to Vizima. If we go back to Vizima, until we find a merchant who'd buy them at the very least. Oh, hello. That's Alina's sister. Well, she did ask me to look in on them both.
Good morning, Witcher.
Greetings. You look sad.
My sister will wed a man she doesn't like. I have naught to wear to the wedding, for our father expended his savings on his beloved daughter's dowry. Furthermore, it's hot as hell. But all goes well otherwise.
Doesn't sound good. May I ask a question?
Yes?
Is your sister happy about getting married?
She's happy. She has no concern for her younger sister. Alina doesn't deserve happiness. Oh, how I hate that nymphette! Now she's ensnared Julian, a wealthy town merchant, while she wanders about with her nose in the clouds.
Don't worry. You'll find a good husband.
Better than Julian? Not, woe, I suffer for the masses, Adam? How pathetic. Or perhaps you mean the hermit? Such are my options. Did you see the engagement ring Julian gave Alina? A diamond larger than a pigeon's egg.
Calm yourself.
Why take her side? Admit it, she's dazzled you. Oh, how I despise her. She'll not have you. I'll give myself to you right now on the nearest rock. You merely need to give me a nicer ring than the one Julian gave Alina.
Farewell.
Witcher, those Noonwraiths keep us from working the fields.
Well,
Not for free, I know. May that miser Hoffman part with some coin to end this problem.
where did the Noonwraiths come from?
They are midday demons, appearing when the sun reaches its zenith. Even children know that.
I'm happy to learn more.
Noonwraiths are born of heat, grief, and the ploughboy's sweat drops. They dance in the sun and draw in careless wanderers. No man has ever survived a dance with the Noonwraiths. They depart when the sun sets and return when the sun reaches high in the sky again.
Thanks for the tale.
So is that a quest? I don't think it is.
In trouble.
But I know we need to deal with Noonwraiths anyway. So I mentioned we need to speak to Dandelion. Anyhow, waitress. Let's see what we can sell.
How can I help?
Oh, bugger, that was some wine, wasn't it? Like potion base. Oh well, what's done is done.
How can I help?
One thing.
Yes?
You've cheated me. Bloody hell. Let's see, what do we have? We need some more cat potions. I wonder, can I make some with what I've got here? I might need some alcohol.
Can I help you? May I help you?
Got any rooms?
5 orens.
Should we go deal with the Noonwraiths? We could. We'll meditate till noon, and I need... We have some white honey already, I'm sure. We need a white gull. We probably need 2 of these. And... where's my cat? Oh. We need some cribriff. Okay. So I don't have enough. Oh well. So be it, that's fine. We'll meditate till noon.
Noonwraiths? Nonsense.
We needed to speak to Dandelion about something, didn't we?
Geralt?
What happened in Vizima after I disappeared?
Who knows? I left soon after you. Though I did hear that you staged quite a bloodbath.
Sometimes killing is necessary.
Now don't get offended, but has killing people become a pleasure for you?
only kill humans in self-defense.
Like the old days. Try as we might, we just can't seem to cull the population of vicious SOBs.
I sense we haven't seen the worst of them yet.
Be careful.
I will.
Geralt?
So, what will the new ballad be about?
It'll be a masterpiece, in verse. Interesting, horrifying, romantic.
And the story?
Engaging and straight from life. I changed my mind, see? Poets don't need to embellish. Life is colorful enough.
Aim to write about peasants working the fields? Dandelion, I know you better than that.
Not as well as you think. You'll see.
See ya.
How can I help?
One thing.
Yes?
I need something. You have some. Not a great deal of them, though. I don't have much fool's parsley, it seems. Aha, that's what I need. I'll take all of them. Hopefully that's all I need.
Can I help you? May I help you?
Got any rooms?
5 orens.
Stand still.
And we'll go find some Noonwraiths, I think.
Noonwraiths? Nonsense.
Indeed. And we need to deal with Devourers, but that's going to be in the evening, isn't it? To the fields we go, and I think we can get near to the Elvish encampment from the fields itself, somewhere. We can give it a try. So, what time do we have? 1:30 in the afternoon. There might be some Noonwraiths around. There's a druid circle here. Passage to Lakeside. We'll just do like a one big circle, I guess, and see what we find. How do we fight Noonwraiths? Let's just remind myself. Sensitive to silver. Looks like it probably can be knocked down. Okay. Keep my eyes open and see what we find. There's a wyvern. Not what I'm looking for, but interesting. Any corpses over there? A lot of ingredients. It's all well and good. Some alcohol, and that was about it. Okay, so Druid's Grove next, I guess. Noonwraiths affected by flames. Hello, what's that in the distance? Tay. Oh, is that the fishman they were talking about? It was the village chieftain. Where's that other Noonwraith gone? We'll go deal with him first. Oh, her. Yeah, we need the shimmering dust. I think that's what we needed, wasn't it, for... Is it even here? Temptation? Yes. And I do have some already. Well, I think I've got 2 already. Actually, I don't think we've fought Voidianize before. Oh. Well, I hope he wasn't important. He attacked me, self-defense. We took his bladder. Yeah, 'cause that's normal. Druid Lantern. Okay. Interesting. Circle of Walking Fire, which would boost... Hello, Wyvern. Goodbye, Wyvern. So, where to next? The Hermit's Hut, I guess. We have 4 bits of shimmering dust. We have 2 more probably stored away. So I need another 3. And the Hermit's here. Looks like a druid.
How can I help?
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Who lies beneath the kurgans I saw before your hermitage?
Knights who died serving the lady over the ages. Gavanda defended her honour against the Black Skull Knight. Elavera perished at the foot of her altar, fighting a water beast. boar's tomb is symbolic, for the knight was lost on a holy mission. The last is for Reynard, an ordinary innkeeper, who stopped customers from pissing in the lake.
Oh yes, the Lady of the Lake did mention the hermit. Had a boring story, but he knew the history well.
Who lies beneath the fifth mound?
The last stands empty, awaiting a new champion.
Who is the Lady of the Lake?
I know her to be a goddess. At times I see her dressed in white, traversing the fields through morning fog, her bare feet stepping lightly over the dewy grass.
Do you like her?
I love her. I believe the lady is not of this world. Mysteriously, she affects the entire area, safeguarding its people and granting them abundance. Yet her influence is subtle, and she never imposes her power.
Intriguing.
How can I help?
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
I heard you're an expert on the legend of the Holy Grail.
You seek the Holy Grail?
I might. Let's talk first.
Know that the legend of the Holy Grail has been studied for centuries. It's been interpreted in myriad ways.
You must know an abridged version. Say, 3 theories?
There are hundreds. But all right, 3. The classic theory, of which I myself am a proponent. The conspiracy theory. And finally, one of the most mysterious. The philosophical or mystical. Which one first?
The conspiracy theory sounds interesting.
This was popularized by Bronze Dan and begins with a convoluted theory about the derivation of the word Grail. A few tortuous pages in, we learn the Holy Grail is actually Sangreal, which in the Elder tongue denotes royal hallowed blood. Bronze Dan concludes that the Grail is actually the descendants of the prophet Lebioda.
Go on.
These descendants, talented in the ways of magic, were protected by a secret organization before they ultimately mixed their own blood with that of Said, the knowledgeable one. The theory goes on to present the tempestuous and twisted fate of Sangreal, but the author gets lost in his arguments, often contradicts himself. Generally, it turns into an unholy mess.
Enough genealogy and genetics. I sense that's a false trail.
Which theory should I present next?
Tell me the classic theory.
Good choice. The Grail is a cup, a powerful magical object, whose meaning cannot be fathomed by even the most powerful sorcerers. This chalice possesses the power to heal all diseases, poisonings, and wounds, and pain will turn into power. One theory also states that in the hands of a rightful ruler, it can heal entire lands and protect their inhabitants from danger, creatures of the dark, natural disasters, and so forth.
Sounds like Dandelion's ballads, only without a love story.
All who drink from this miraculous cup are healed, fortified, and enlightened to understand the truth.
Go on.
Knights have been seeking the Grail for ages, yet none succeeded. Both the noble Lancel and the bold Boars failed. I heard even the Grand Master of the Order of the Flaming Rose has shown interest.
Any specific instructions associated with this theory?
Unfortunately, I know only what I garnered from my books.
The philosophical, mystical one.
The most esoteric. The Grail is a concept, a general understanding of good. The search for the Grail is nothing beyond an ordinary quest for perfection.
Interesting.
The Grail has no specific form or shape. It differs for each individual. It can be an object, an idea, a discovery. It can also be a search for the truth about oneself. This theory claims the quest for the Grail to be the goal in itself. The result is of secondary importance.
What are you suggesting?
I serve the lady and am more insightful than you think. I know you return to the world of the living from death. presumably in search of something, but that is none of my concern. Just remember one thing.
What?
At the end of your journey, the Grail may prove to be entirely different from what you initially expected it to be.
Thank you. Farewell.
My mind is blown.
How can I help?
Can I ask you something?
What is it?
Why does the Lady of the Lake seem skeptical about the search for the Holy Grail?
Many fine knights set out seeking the Grail, abandoning their roles as guardians of peace and justice under the guidance of the Fisher King and the Lady of the Lake. Now the Fisher King is mute, and the knight's gone. I think the lady must be very lonely.
But she's a goddess.
You know not how lonely a goddess. Do you think goddesses cannot be lonely? The gods ultimately created us in their own image.
Oh, hello. We've already read most. Ooh. Sell some scrolls about bombs. Petrie's filter. We already know about that one. Book of the Wolverine. I think... Haven't we already had that? Maybe I just didn't read it by mistake. How curious. Oh well.
How can I help?
Anything a Witcher can do for you?
I do have a problem.
How can I help?
There's a druid's ring nearby with an ancient statue of the goddess. The place is saturated with the power and attracts dangerous entities.
Not surprising.
The Wild Hunt began haunting the ring recently. Its king hopes to lure the souls of the warriors laid in the kurgans by my hut.
I have dealt with the hunt. What would you like me to do?
Kill 9 phantoms, a hallowed number of the druids. Perhaps the appearance of a witcher will drive off the king of the hunt. As your reward, you may have a book on vampires, ownership of a hut, or a wreath of immortelles.
I can do that.
Remember this. The king of the hunt is a powerful opponent, and no mortal, not even you, can hope to defeat him.
So how do I fight him?
Find mandrake root by the kurgans near my hut. The magic herb will keep the king of the hunt at bay. Merely light the candle that stands within the ring and sprinkle mandrake upon the flame.
Yeah, that sounds helpful.
I actually might have some mandrake root. And one remains empty, apparently. Oh well, back to the Druid Circle we go. We were dealing with the Noonwraiths. We still may, but there's more here to do than I thought. Druid Circle we go. Oh, bloody hell. Chopped by fence I can barely see. So we're going to be fighting phantoms of some kind. There's a wyvern, not what I'm after. Doesn't seem like there's any wraiths here. Do I have to come at a certain time? Maybe so. I already used 2 mandrake root, which is not a good thing. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll go back. Yeah. We'll head towards the lakeside to hand over the bread. We'll see if we can find 2 more Noonwraiths on our journey. Speaking of... So that's 6 in our possession. 2 at the inn. We need 1 more wraith and we should be fine. Not sure if we're going to find one on this... Oh! On this circuit, I was going to say. Oh, there's a corpse over here. Okay. And the dust is for the blacksmith's wife, that's right. Okay. See the elves. There's another Noonwraith. You know, we don't need to deal with you. We'll see where this pops us out in the lakeside. Okay, that's pretty good. Plenty of wolves, come on.
Yes?
I bought bread.
I'm pleased we didn't misplace our trust.
Here, 5 loaves.
I thank you. Moments like these make me think we can end this spiral of hatred and accept each other as we are.
So, we need to go see Alina about what we saw with Julian and her sister, Selena. The blacksmith's wife. We have the white honey for the baker. And then we're probably at the point where we can break this video. Actually, we need to see the village chief as well, don't we? So... I mean, we're not going to get as much for doing this compared to what the blacksmith himself was offering, but just for the principle of the thing.
Master Witcher?
I have the glimmering dust.
Finally! I'll make my husband an amulet to repel the succubus. The herb manual as agreed.
Farewell.
Yeah, I figured we'd already read it, but that's fine. See the baker. Is he out or is he in his house? I think he's in his house.
How may I help? White honey! Incredible! I can now try my secret recipe.
Can I?
Take the doll and go before I change my mind.
The doll?
Wouldn't mind a bite.
Why did I get a doll? Okay. Thought it was going to be a quest item, like some voodoo doll of some kind. I don't know.
Come from afar, see them sight.
Your reputation precedes you.
Meaning?
5 monsters lie dead. That's worthy of a reward. This runic stone is said to be very powerful. Take it.
Any work for a witcher?
A creature looking like a fish with legs appears by the lake. They say the crypt in the fields is home to a beast.
Any reward for these creatures?
Bring proof, and I'll be generous.
I killed the fishman.
Dear gods, what is it? Take your 800 orange and remove that nasty thing.
Farewell.
Awesome. A Peyron runestone. Pretty bad, pretty good actually. Chance of hitting opponents and damage inflicted by 60%. Increases crit chance by 30. I guess we should speak to Alina. I'm not sure if I really want to, but... we haven't spoken to Alvin yet, which I suppose is the most important thing.
Why do you seek me?
I saw Julian and Selena together, but don't get bent out of shape. Selena's starved for attention. Julian didn't seem really interested.
Selena can be unbearable. But she'll change if she marries. And Julian, well, he loves me, and no argument can change that. I merely wanted to be sure Julian was well, without him knowing or thinking I was concerned. Thank you, Witcher.
Ah, women.
Find something else to do before they implicate me in the wedding preparations. That sounds like a good idea. I mean, we could... Let's not speak to Adam. We need to speak to Julian about Alina to make sure he does actually love her. But that might be getting us even more involved. We do have a nice amount of coin right now. We need to speak to Julian with these basilisk hides, and then the only thing we're missing is 2 more Devourer's teeth for Abigail. Okay. We'll end this video here though, and when we come back, I don't know what we're going to do next. There's bound to be a few more. Oh yes, we need to go back to that druid circle, don't we? Hunting the Wild Hunt. He does drop the Alchemy of the Wild Hunt, but there's no information on how we could defeat him. Anyhows, this has been AnthWolf playing The Witcher. Hope you've all enjoyed and hope you all take care. And yeah, as I say, we'll probably rest. We'll find a place to rest, maybe in the fields itself, and see if we can help the hermit out. I'm not sure what time of day we need to do his quest, but apart from that, we need to deal with some Devourers anyway for Abigail. And then, once we've done most of the side quests, we need to still check out the crypt. And then we'll speak to Alvin and Julian and see where we go from there. But, yeah, I'll see you all for more of that in the next video. Until then, though, bye-bye now.